To recap, this is Tony and Julian. They met a few years ago, and once they got past that awkward shake hands or fist bump stage, they found they really enjoyed working together and opened a restaurant. They hired me to help them make money, and now they're learning how to cost food accurately. So far, we have talked about some of the basics and converted one of Julian's home recipes into one that is restaurant proof. We also discussed the difference in weighing food and measuring food and when to use each method. We reviewed where to find accurate pricing for each ingredient and how to calculate the cost of those ingredients. Most recently, we discussed recipe yields, determining the raw weight and yield weight of an ingredient, and costing out the prep recipe to be used in the final plated recipe. Now is when we start to do some math. With the strong basis of the previous videos, learning how to get each ingredient cost, tracking these items, and calculating your prep recipe cost while keeping yields in mind, you are in great shape to cost each plate and determine how you want to price them. We have made rice, picadillo, and black beans in large batches so that we can simply serve or heat up and serve. Now we need to know what the exact plate cost will be. Plate recipe cost accounts for only the quantities of prepped recipes and ingredients on the dish that is presented to your guest. If the dish has a 5-ounce volume of rice, a half-cup portion of picadillo, and a 4-ounce volume portion of black beans, you will only account for those quantities along with any garnish in the costing of the plate. As an easy rule of thumb, most want to be in the 30% range of food cost, but we have seen there are many things that can affect food cost. Menu pricing can be a bit complex and utilizes many factors. I believe it is best to start by looking at your competitors and pricing your menu around that. Too high and you price yourself out of the market, and no one wants to visit your restaurant. Too low and you miss out on potential sales, along with possibly giving the wrong impression of your establishment. These numbers are just an overview of industry pricing trends and averages. The key is that not all items need to be in that exact same 30% range. Many restaurants utilize diagrams like these to help them determine what kind of plate this is, whether to add it to the menu or remove, and how much they want to sell of it. To calculate the plate cost percentage, take the plate recipe cost and divide it by the plate menu price. Many refer to this as food cost or the plate's food cost. If we price the picadillo plate at $10, the plate cost percentage would be 29.97%. If we priced the same picadillo plate at $11, the plate cost percentage would be 27.24%. This is the holy grail information in any kitchen. What is food cost? The formula? First, you take beginning inventory, add your purchases, and subtract ending inventory. Once you have that number, you divide that by your food sales. All in all, this will give you your food cost percentage. Some will argue total sales instead of food sales, but that does not give you an accurate number on your food cost since you then take into account any beverages sold and retail if you do that. Food cost essentially takes into account every single dish that you serve, all combined, and all of your ingredients and prepped items, and is divided by the food sales. It is the combination of the plate cost percentage for all of your menu items every single time it was ordered. See, that wasn't so bad. Tony even learned to fist bump Julian this week. Thank you for joining us in these lessons. I hope it makes a big difference for you in your restaurants.